Hi, this is Eric Robertson, your 31st District Representative. I want to touch base with you with all the happenings down here in Olympia. I'm here to report that some of them are good, some of them are not so good. So I'm really proud of the work that we're doing, pushing for relief in our communities. That's on the forefront right now, is getting relief out to our businesses and those employees that are laid off and getting our kids back to school. I'm really proud of the bill that we introduced. We were the first caucus to introduce a comprehensive relief, a bill authored by my awesome seatmate, Representative Drew Stokesbury, and co-sponsored by myself. The bill would provide important funding, $4 billion in total, from the state's rainy day fund, as well as the federal COVID relief funds. We're talking about like $834 million in relief for small business grants to get people back to work, funds for temporary business and occupation tax relief, and funds for relief from the fraud-rated unemployment insurance trust fund we all heard about. And so we're trying to get money back in there so we don't see a bunch of increases in those taxes, which will just strike our businesses and their employees in a negative way. There was also over $1.5 billion to help our schools reopen and combat remote learning loss that the educational community is identifying out there. And then another $500 million for public health, for testing and vaccines. And of course, we had $600 million in there for rental assistance. So as you can see, I'm pretty proud of the package that we put together. But sadly, the majority Democrats chose not to advance this bill and chose to drop their own bill a few days later. I call this bill the too little, too late for too many bill. And we offered amendments to try and fix it, to try and make it better, to try and make it meaningful for the people of Washington State. Things like safely reopening schools, assisting students who have fallen behind because of the remote learning, providing more rental and utility assistance, helping childcare providers, supporting small businesses, and fully funding the working family tax credit. These are all really important amendments. We thought they would make the bill a heck of a lot better than it was. In the end, the majority Democrats voted no on all these amendments. And in the end, I reluctantly had to vote against this bill because it just didn't fill the needs that are out there. In fact, it didn't even touch on the state's rainy day fund. I mean, folks, it's pouring out there and we need that rainy day fund, which was wisely set up for a period of time like this, to be expended to help people in need. There's all these bills to implement the Seattle-style policing, to make that the standard for Washington State. We're working really hard to defend the police, not defund the police. There are so many other important things occurring down here in Olympia, and I really appreciate all of the messages that I'm getting via email, via the hotline. So if you can, drop me an email when you see a piece of legislation that is of importance to you. Call the hotline if you don't want to send an email. It really helps me formulate my opinion and my way to vote on your behalf as your representative from the 31st District. Of course, if you need help, you can also call our office. And my assistant, Megan, she is awesome. She'll be there to take your call. We also have an intern working on some of our cases, Justice Newhouse, and she's there able to help folks with their work with the Employment Security Division and others as we navigate this really difficult time for a lot of people. And also, you can get a newsletter every week from me, kind of updates you on the happenings down here in Olympia. Go to my website, sign up, and it'll be dropped into your email box about once a week. And that way you can be fully informed on A, what's going on in Olympia, and B, what I'm doing on your behalf. Again, it's my privilege to serve as your state representative. I really appreciate all your input, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.